Hey y'all, my name is Shannon Ray. Happy New Year to ya. Okay, come on in here. You missed me. I missed you too. I did. I'm so happy to see you. Look at you, you look good. You do. Stepping on in here into this new year looking all luscious, looking rested, okay? You look successful, okay? You look blessed, okay? You look like you're walking with God, like you're walking in favor, walking in purpose, walking in prosperity, and it's good to see you there. Walking right there next to you. I am. So I am super excited to be jumping into a brand new year for a lot of different reasons. You will probably notice that my background is looking non-existent. You know, there's nothing, there's a little plug here. There's really not much going on behind me right now because I have just officially moved to a brand new city. Should we talk about that first? If you are new here, I offer you my sincere salutations. We come together each week and we discuss life, love, the pursuit of purpose instead of perfection, and all of the things that we're learning along the way. This is a community that is meant to support and uplift each other. We have real conversations, and I really, really hope that in this new year, we get even deeper into it. So happy to have you here. If you've been rocking with me, I am so happy to see you. Boo. It's gonna be great. I've got some things planned for y'all, and I've been saying that for a while, but let me tell you, baby, I am walking in it, and I can't wait to show you what the Lord has been downloading into me so that I can share it with each of you. I have moved to a brand new city, hence, you know, kind of the bare minimum background or lack thereof that I have going on. I think I have a pillow, one of my favorite pillows here behind me on this orange chair that I've always had. Yes, all of my furniture is just about bright. But right now, the walls are bare, things are bare because I have just moved to Atlanta. Yes, I've moved to Atlanta. I guess I'm a cliche like so many. I've moved here for a fresh start. Actually, that's not exactly why I moved. And it's not a cliche if you do. I think if you're willing to give yourself a fresh start, if you're not afraid to reinvent yourself, then you are one of the powerful ones. I'm moving because I have been told to have been with me, and maybe those who haven't, over the last almost 2 years, I've been going through a very huge internal transition, and it's shown up in a lot of areas in my life. That includes my marital status being changed. That includes where I work in my career path changing a bit. I'm going to share a little bit more about that with you as well. So stay tuned to the end of the video because I do have an important announcement. In addition to that, I've really grown deeper in my relationship with God. When I tell you I am walking with Him, and I'm doing so in sincerity and in earnestness, and understanding that it is very different than what I thought my life would look like. It is very different than where I thought I would be. I didn't foresee myself living in Atlanta. I didn't foresee myself leaving Charlotte. I've been in Charlotte, North Carolina since I graduated. We're talking years and years. I moved back home to South Carolina for maybe a year or two. I can't even really remember the timeline, but I came back to Charlotte because Charlotte has always felt like home to me. It's a smaller city, it's a new city, it's fresh, it's clean. It doesn't have much for nightlife, but I'm not a nightlife person. I thought that I would move there, get a great job, get married, and have a family there. But life be lifing. And God, you know, looks at our plans and says, that's cute. Not gonna happen, but that's cute. Real cute, special. I've always been a person who has been unafraid to try new things, but I have done so from the comfort zone of that city, of Charlotte, of my friends and my family. And honestly, because of how close we are, my friends are family. Making the decision to move to a new city was very much so the culmination of the outward expression of what's been going on with me internally. God has really, really been shaping and molding me to think better, to see more clearly about what He can do through me and through my life, what my life can represent, how it can impact others, and how I can experience God in His fullness. I am at a place where I really, truly want to be someone who is the cause of their life as opposed to the consequence of it. I want my choices to reflect my faith. I want my choices to reflect my beliefs. I want my choices to reflect my hopes and dreams and desires. I want my life to be more than just what was safe, what was comfortable. I want my life to be something that has been lived and lived well. I started a new job back in, and I even hesitate on saying job because it really feels purpose-led. I work in kind of this consulting realm where I build really strategic and thoughtful partnerships within communities across the globe. And in that work, I have found such a desire for continuing opportunities for connectivity, for building up people who look like me, women, men, really doing things that I could not only to impact my culture, but also the communities in which I'm a part of. And what's been really interesting is that I can see the through line in the work that God has been telling me to do for so many years. God had to get me to a place where he stripped away all of the things that were distracting me about 2 years ago when I made the decision that I was finally ready to leave the life that I'd known before, when I was finally ready to become, I don't know, I see it on social media. Some people call it that girl. Some people call it walking in your path. What it really is just following God's word, following his plan, laying myself down to surrender what I wanted in order to be open to receiving what he has for me. And that feels big and that feels vague, and both of those are true. But what it's also been is fulfilling and exciting and interesting and challenging. And so as I've been going through these changes and it's been showing up in my life in every place and stage possible, it got to the point where I realized it was probably time for me to go. It was about 4 months into my new job last year where I was hosting an event here in Atlanta. And the event was really geared towards Black professionals who are at the top of their respective fields and allies of folks who wanted to support minority communities because they understand the part that we all play in getting to our goals and getting to success and getting to what we want to achieve within our careers and our personal lives. So I was hosting this event. These amazing people are showing up. I'm able to make these incredibly organic connections. To be able to effortlessly put together an event like that it's like a snapshot. God was depositing these glimpses, these images of my future with every conversation, every handshake. While I was in a great place, Charlotte is a good city, that I had outgrown it. You know how when a plant gets too big, its branches start to kind of stretch out, it's changing. You either need to move that plant into a bigger pot or risk your plant dying. It was time for me to go so that I can continue this life path. It's so interesting how we get really, really focused on kind of like the glory of it all. The glory of what happens when you finally follow God's word, the glory of what it looks like when God has shown up in your life in the way that you really wanted him to. So we show so much admiration and excitement and congratulations for people when they get to the marriage, but we don't talk about what it took to be in their single season. We show so much congratulations to folks when we see them graduate from college or career program, but we don't talk about what that pathway was really like to get to that degree or certification. We don't talk about the impact of pregnancy, what it does on the mind and the body, how it affects a woman, how it affects her view of herself, how it impacts her relationship with her partner, how it impacts her relationship with her friends and her family, how it changes and shifts her mind. But we congratulate and celebrate that baby. We talk about the glory. We focus on the glory. We focus on the destination, and we don't spend enough time being in the journey. It's that glory to glory that we're constantly seeking out. But that glory to glory, that too is what I want to talk about. The two is the work. I think about when I was sitting in my parents' house preparing to move back to Charlotte after everything was finalized with my previous marriage. And I was having a conversation with God through journaling. I journal a lot. It's something that I find really helpful, not only to get my emotions out, but I really like going back and looking at where I've been and what words I received because they show up in my life later. So I was journaling and I was talking to God and I was saying, okay, I'm ready to go back. And God told me in that moment, this is a temporary place. You're not going to be here for long. You are simply going back to take care of the things that I've assigned to you. This place in Charlotte, which was once the evidence of glory for me. It was once a place that felt like independence. It was once a place that felt like adulthood. But I had to go there to close that chapter in person. I was able to fully mourn there, to fully cry there, to fully let go there. I was able to, without the eyes of others who are well-meaning and well-wishing, cry and break down and forgive myself, be honest with myself about some of the things that had wrecked me, things that had happened way before marriage, things that had happened way before I even started dating, things that I needed to heal from and walk through. It was such a moment where on the outside, I am sure it showed up as she's strong and she's powerful. And I felt that. But in the very same breath, I felt like I was emptying out myself. Never that I didn't have myself to lean back into, but my mind was being transformed. There's something interesting that happens to you when you're in that too, in between glory, when you're trying to figure out not how to get to the next place, but how to just deal with where you are. I didn't want to run from anything anymore. And so that's why I pushed away the thought of what could be for me here in Atlanta. That's why I pushed away possibly moving to DC or Texas or anywhere else, because I wanted to be present with myself. I learned in that short time of mourning and healing that I am my own family. I learned in that short time that I really can enjoy myself. I truly can be my best friend. I learned in that short time that what I had always looked for as the marker of my success, as my arrival to my glory moment, was not going to look the way that I thought it would, was not going to be what I thought it would. And I needed to not only be open to that, but grateful for it. We don't emphasize the crushing that comes in the two. You have to trust and rely on God in the moments where you feel Him and the moments where you don't. It is such an experience, but it's so worthwhile. Had I not been able to really sit in my two, there is absolutely no possible way I'd be able to look around myself in wonder. I woke up the other day, I sent my friends this text message. I've been calling my mom. I woke up in this new home, in this new city, in this new state. And I remember thinking, oh my God, how am I even here? How can I be so excited and so open to something that is completely unfamiliar to me? Georgia feels like home and a stranger at the same time. That's how I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be, at least for now. This really is the introduction to a brand new season. But the thing is that I've been here for a while, and I think that moving is proof of it. It feels like I'm following God. And that just feels like success. I don't even know what's to come. I don't know what's around the corner. I don't know what I'll be met with here, but it's going to be good. I have that assurance because I'm following God, and that's enough for me. If you're thinking about it, if you have been pulled towards it, you feel that gravity of it, do that. This year, starting out 2023, I didn't have a work. 2022 might be over, but the work that I started there is in execution now. The word that I received then is for execution now. And what I'm hoping for you is that you understand that each year doesn't mean that you have to flip the page. It's a chance to move into the next season of it, the next step of it. You don't always need fresh word. God has already given you a mandate. He doesn't work like us. He doesn't move on our resolutions. He doesn't move when the calendar flips its page. God's sense of timing is completely different from our own. Follow the word that you've already received. Ease into this new year, understanding that it's a marathon, not a sprint. what you have received already is enough to make this the best year of your life yet. Quick announcement of the many things I was working on last year to take me into this new season of my life over the next few years. I decided that I wanted to become a life coach. I deeply desire to walk with people through some of the biggest transitions of their lives, whether that's changing from industry to industry within your career, going through a breakup, a divorce, whatever that looks like for you. I want to be able to be a resource for you. I want to walk with you through it. I am offering free sample sessions to those who are interested. I will include a link below where you can schedule some time. We can talk about what the purpose of a life coach is, how a life coach can benefit you, and how it can help you through whatever season you're in and how you choose to enter the next. You and me, we're gonna do great things together. Till then, I hope you have the best day ever, okay? Drink your water, stay moisturized. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.